What is going on, TCAA? I am your Commish Bromy. I know it has been forever. I'm on remote right now. I'm out, waiting to pick up my son up from preschool. Um, Figured this would be the best time to do this while I got a little time. So on remote, got my phone, using my phone here. I'm inside my car. We got you see some of Johnson City back there. ETSU is somewhere over that way. I should have, you know what? I should have done this on the ETSU campus. That would have been pretty funny. But it's over there somewhere, right? Just a couple minutes away, a couple miles down the road. Um, but I'm gonna try to do this off of my phone. Hopefully, it does not lose the connection when I go off of this thing to be able to read off of, you know, off of Slack and wherever else I'm gonna go to off the site and everything like that. But it's been far too long, and I felt like I needed to be able to get on here and talk with you guys. I mean, we're in week 13 of the season. This is the last regular season game. Um, a lot of that, lots at stake here for our conference championship game. So hopefully this goes well. Streaming it off my phone, and you guys are able to hear me. I don't lose any connection. Verizon's being a little bit of a jerk out here. Freaking skies are clear. I mean, it's 20 degrees outside. Let me see what my car says. 34 degrees outside. It's 34 degrees outside right now. So I don't get. I mean, the sun's shining right in my face. It's right there. You can see it hitting me. So I don't get what the issue is. So what I'm gonna do? It's been a while. I understand. I apologize for not, giving you guys, anything to listen to. My awesome, sexy voice for like I think it's been 6 weeks. So I apologize for that. But we're going to jump in here. Definitely gonna do a show next week to break down the conference championship games, and then of course we'll have a show that week after that when we start doing bowl games and stuff like that. So I want to first and foremost thank everybody for a great season. Lots of parity this year. I want to say this is probably going to be the most schools that are eligible to get into a bowl game with 6 wins. Um, I never really paid attention or tracked that before, but it feels like I want to say we're at 20 schools now that are at 6+ wins, and there is another five that if they were to win this week would also be eligible. So I don't recall ever having that much where schools are eligible for bowl games to where there'd be so many people and so many teams are going to miss out. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's a good thing that we have the play to shoot out, the shootout, whatever the hell we're doing, like little tournament style shootout that we do for the schools that don't play in the bowl games to get league dues for next year. Thankful, I guess, to the people who paid and then flaked on us. So thanks to them, right? So let's do this. I'm going to switch over on my phone. Hopefully, it does not lose that I am recording with you guys because I've never done this before. If it does, that sucks. But if it doesn't, awesome. Because I'm going to pretty much go off on my phone here. So I am hoping that this thing is not going to take anything away from what I've got going on here. So I'll kind of keep flipping back and forth and making sure that you guys, I'm still live. It still shows me live. So that's a good thing. It's still running, the clock is. So that's a plus. So we'll kind of go from there. So first things first, let's talk about the top 10. We had nobody in the top 10. It's just the way it's played out right now, with, I guess, that with so much parity, I guess, going on, that the records and the all play and everything. I will say this. It's a little disappointing that the ranking system formula is still pretty much keeping everybody um, up and down based off wins. That's disappointing. I didn't see that a lot when I was doing this ranking formula last year, which is why I switched away from what I was doing. So I'm telling you all right now, I'm working on another formula because as much as I do enjoy, the schools who got 10 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins, like I said, I am working on trying to been working on it again, another formula to really show who is um, which schools are really having really good seasons and who should be getting some kind of credit for that. Um, so look for the formula to change again. I'm guaranteeing you guys that right. No spoilers. It's happening. Um, I've also got something else that I'm working on that I mentioned at the beginning of the season. I did not want to introduce it though while we're in the season because I think it would just cause way too much. Um, you just cause way too much. So it's going to be something that I'm going to announce probably during bowl season because nothing can be affected then. Um, I might actually wait for maybe after the recruiting because it is going to change the way people do their rosters, in my opinion. But it's going to be a really big change, um, and it's going to be hopefully for the better. Introduce something a little bit different to our league that's still very college esque, um, but it's going to be our way of doing it. So look forward to that in a couple of weeks when I make that announcement. Um, Pretty much, I guess we'll say it's going to be after the bowl season, after recruiting. So I guess in a sense, once the season's done. But anyway, I really got off track there. So back to the rankings. So still at the top spot. Um, you got your Hokies sitting up there, Queensland Tech, remaining at number one after they defeated Philly U. Kind of a scare in my opinion. They Philly was really had a shot, I think, and you know they ended up still losing by 20. But there was a smidge. I was like, uh-oh, could we get a crazy upset here? But it didn't happen. The Hokies were able to prevail. So this is their fourth week sitting at the top spot. So congratulations to them. They are, um, the defending champs, and they are really proving that right now. So they remain at number one. Remaining at number two is Jefferson Community College Southwest, sitting at number two, still defeating Vegas Ballers. Uh, Jefferson was the top offensive scoring school last week with a out to see what happens. Um, we're gonna do it how we did last year as well, but you guys will hear after conference championship play next week. Um, because it also good luck and congratulations to everybody in the top 10. But we have ourselves some games this week, right? I'm gonna break down everything. First and foremost, we got our game of the week. Um, for this game coming out of the Big Six. It's the only ranked game we have this week, and it's the 8-4 number 7 DBAP University. They're going on the road to face the 10-2 number 2 Jefferson Community College Southwest. There's a chance that these two can face each other again. A lot of things have got to work in their favor. What we'll go over and I'll break. If you did, cool, thank you. If you didn't, whatever, is what it is, right? You just care about your conference, fine by me. Then again, are you even listening or watching? God, if I know, I have no idea. There's currently nobody watching me now, but it is a little 11 a.m. Eastern time, so there's people who could still be asleep. If you're party hard last night, could be people in school, could be people um, at work doing something, or not caring. But so I'm gonna do it because, like I said, it's been weeks since I've done this, and I've got the time right now. I'm sitting outside waiting to pick up my son from school. So here we go. Let's talk about the ACC Conference Championship game scenarios. As I stated on here, I feel like I got 95% in confidence that I know what the hell I'm talking about here when I posted these things. If not, sorry. But I'm pretty sure I've got these right. So first and foremost, the way I broke it down was how the current standings are looking. So that's why it's in the order it's in. So ACC conference, right? Top spot right now is the Dallas Spurs. They're 3-1 in their conference. They win, they're in. Pretty simple right there. They can also still be in if Brock State loses or if the Taytown Criminals University loses, as they hold the tiebreaker over Taytown. If both schools all have their same records, so plenty of opportunities for the Dallas Spurs to sit up. All right. So there's your ACC breakdown. If any of that made sense. Like I said, 95% chance that I'm correct. That's why I left 5%. Big Six. Now this one is insane to think about how they could go down. So first and foremost, DBAP University, they're 3-1 in conference. They've clinched their spot. So they will be playing next week in the conference title game. The question is, who are they going to be facing? Um, JCC, Jefferson Community College, they're 2-2, but they also have the second best record overall. Their two losses, their only two losses this season have come in conference, which goes to show just how difficult that Big Six can be. They are in a must-win situation. If they lose this week to DBAP University, they are missing out on the conference championship game and will more than likely miss out in the playoffs. Um, it would have to be, I guess, a crazy scenario of how those matchups happen anyway, or I wasted a lot of my time doing that shit. So there is everything broken down for the Big Six. The Hokies, 3-1, 11-1 overall. They're in the Big East Conference title game. They have no worries there, no matter what happens. Thugonomics, first off, what a disappointing season we're having. I think we just lost like 4 or 5 in a row. Um, very disappointing. I'm not happy with my guys. We're bowl eligible, but barely bowl eligible with 6 wins. But like I said, I think we've gone like 5 losses in a row, but yet have a shot here to get into the conference title game. You know, fingers crossed, right? Um, there's no shot at the playoffs for us if we even win the Big East, but we can play spoilers, I guess, for the Hokies, facing them. But disappointing season overall for the Thugs. But you know, that's fantasy football for you, right? But the Thugs can be in and win this week. All right, let's do that. to have it already locked in. Doesn't matter what happens this week. Um, so first and foremost, 4-0 in conference record, or in their conference play is the Grime State University Mustangs. They're 4-0. They're locked in no matter what happens this week. And then also locked in no matter what is Rocky Mountain University with their 3-1 in conference play record. So those schools already know that they're playing next week. They'll be facing each other. Um, I don't think, and what's funny enough, they are facing each other in this week, week 13. So this is just a little practice game, a little tune-up game for them. You know, feel it out. What's it going to look like in fantasy football? Does that really even matter? Feeling out the process. But anyway, there you go, right? So their matchup's already locked in and set. They already know they're facing each other next week. However, the rest of the conference has something to still be playing for. The Bourbon Ballers, they're not in contention, as we said, but a win get them a shot into that. Kind of a thing. That's just how I feel. So, um, and if anybody else feels that that's not fair, let me know. So, here we go. Last conference, SEC. 3-1 in conference record, Presbyterian. They have clinched a spot in the SEC conference title game, so they are playing next week, no matter what happens this week. Sitting at number in the second slot right now is the Mud Dogs, SCLSU. They're 2-2 in conference. They have to win to advance. Let me check out who they're all. Oh, this is why. The school that's in third right now, Vestal Tech. They're also 2-2. They're in a must-win situation. So they're facing each other, the Mud Dogs and Vestal Tech. Whoever wins that matchup, they're in. So everybody else in their conference is not uh, in contention for it. So it's a must-win game between those two. Solid matchup in the SEC, I'll tell you right there between them. the Mud Dogs and the Techs. So next up after them, Allen Wrench. They're not in contention. So there you have it. That is the preview for this week. What it looks like. Um, congrats to the Mountain Six. They already know who's in there. The one thing I am seeing is, there's still uh, some parity going on within the conference games. For anyone who's been in the leagues long enough, they could tell some of you got some new schools in there. Kentucky had been, I mean, this is only the third year, I want to say now, for the Mountain Six Conference. I think it's their third year. Maybe it's only their second. I don't remember anymore. But Kentucky always felt like they were at the top in their conference, and they're missing out this year. So, which is a rare thing for them. They were, I want to say, you know what? We're going to do this. Let's do this. Let me pull up. Hopefully, I still have it somewhere. I can find it on my phone. Go to the sheets here. And then there's a lot of things I have open on here. No, 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 no. Hmm, what would that be? Maybe I have to go into forms. Um, when people were submitting their preseason rankings, they submitted their who they felt were going to be in the conference matchups. So let's see how that looks. You wonder why? I got time right now to do this. And then if people who are listening, you get to listen, and people who watch, you get to watch everything I'm saying here. If not, I'm gonna have to go back and flip some of this stuff. So first and foremost, let's take a look here at the All right, I have no idea how long I've been on for. So that sucks. No clue. I just happened to go check. So I have no idea where anybody is. So I'll just stop what I'm doing then. We're gonna close it out. Um, no intro music, no outro music. So good luck to everybody. I'll break some more stuff down on the website after this. Thanks for anybody who's listening and paying attention. You guys have a good one. Good luck this week.